Just to show what a swag band is about. We had a couple drinks and it ended at a house. I beat the pussy up
and then she kicked the nigga out. That damn
Miss Tricky. Come here, let me grab you by your waist and whisper something in your ear. You play a lot of games and that's something that's very
Red
clear.
man in the building.
I help myself because I gotta have you near. Come here, Miss Tricky.
Brown.
Come here, come here.
Always
Miss
mine
Tricky.
over yours.
Come here.
I see you.
Miss Tricky.
Cute in the building.
Come here.
Just the swag bandits. They talking about that girl called Miss Tricky.
Miss Tricky, I wanna see your magic. You saying I can't take it, but I just wanna grab it. I know you ain't mine, but I just gotta have you. Cause little mama bad, better than a habit. She better than your average, and that is so unfair. Them other bitches hating, I guess they don't compare. I'm pulling on your waist just to whisper in your ear. You say your name is Tricky, will make us disappear. Let's get up out of here. We gone in that zone. She say I smell good. Cannabis cologne. You with an MC? Might check my microphone. They calling you Miss Tricky. Let's see what tricks you know.
You know I had to wear my mic so y'all can hear me. Pop Jim's in the building. We just getting warmed up.
Because I gotta have you near. Come here, Miss Tricky. Come here, come here.
Jalen, I see you.
Miss Tricky. Come here, come here. Miss Tricky. Come here, come here. Miss Tricky. Come here.
I'm hotter than a flame. Love to run them games. For shawty, I'm a gamer, so it keeps me entertained. And shawty so exotic, these other bitches plain. Fire blazing hot, reminds me of Mary Jane. And baby, you smoking, or better yet, potent. I love the way you move, call you poetry in motion. Heartbreak kid, ain't know what I like her. But girl, the way I'm flexing, you should call me Shawn Michaels. I ain't nothing like these lames that you see. They call me Swagger Man.
BZD. Shout out to the bandits. Lord Swagger, West Side 1, all season.
Miss Tricky.
Miss Tricky. Can't play one without playing the other.
Candy.
Yeah. Why I tell you the show so hot it's smoking.
That's me, boy.
Cozy in the building. Have to get you a fan. All my girls like candy. Get your sweet tooth ready.
All my girl like candy. What a sight to see, looking sweet like candy. All my girl like candy. All these different flavors looking like a bag of candy.
Yes, sir.
All my girls like candy. Shawty thinks delicious. These hoes sweet unless they taste like candy. Young King, no Jamie, but I need something that is fancy. She want a ball. The type of nigga bringing in a Grammy. For me to get a taste, I jack, son. Randy, this bitch is a trip. She a good actress. She got on her knees and blew me up
Like an air mattress.
Say that she gon' take it to the clay. That's where the clashes. And all we do is smoke and fuck. That's rappers and ashes. She said, let's smoke right now. I told her, beat me up, Scotty. First moving like a worm. I'm talking Scotty too. She got that warhead, pussy sweet as rain. Pops be king, you hear me? Do you copy? It get sticky, it get sloppy.
Yeah, we just getting warmed up.
Do you ever dream of candy golden? Oh my girl like candy. Shawty poppin' something that I do not think is candy. Oh my girl like candy. What a sight to see, looking sweet like candy. Oh my girl like candy.
You know how we do. It's a party somewhere, everywhere. GFENT, Pop's Jam, Pop's Perspective. We in the building.
Girl, I swear that's what you made of.
Swag
Taste so
Bandit.
sweet, you threw a frenzy on my taste buds. I can't on sight. Such a beautiful face. Keep a pineapple slice, and you know what they say. She got her head on her shoulders. She's a critical thinker. Got a fetish for dark girls, cause they pussy is spanker. Got my red bone mistress, caramel so delicious. Got my dark skin mistress, I like her Hershey kisses. You know what, fuck, I don't give it, but what we do so explicit. I say hello to that kick. Now Candy Pink, how she dripping. The thirst is real, I cannot contain. Miss Tricky, you running the game. Candy raindrops, girl, you one in the same. Candy raindrops, girl, you one in the same. I love. Do you ever dream?
Y'all listen to the Swag Bandit.
Candy golden. Oh my girl, like candy. Shawty poppin' something that I do not think is candy.
Y'all don't mind me, I'm multitasking.
What a sight to see, looking sweet, like candy. Oh my girl, like candy. All these different flavors, looking like a bag of candy. Oh my girl, like candy. Shawty tastes delicious, like candy. Shawty pop that pussy like she poppin' Molly.
What?
Do a trick up in that pussy, watch me poppin' Molly. I'm in the hood all day like the candy man. She rap red and white all day like the candy can. She say, ooh, hot rod and keep on flaming, man. Sweet tart, but she asking for my crazy chain. Still sour patch when I said your ass is crazy, but the thoughts of getting domed from a psycho bitch's crazy brain.
Tell him again, son.
Plus the thoughts of getting domed from a psycho bitch's crazy brain. Vanilla. Plus the thoughts of getting domed from a I love. Do you ever dream of candy golden?
All my girls like candy.
Shawty poppin' something that I do not think is candy. Oh my girl like candy. What a sight to see, looking sweet like candy. Oh my girl like candy. All these different flavors, looking like a bag of candy. Oh my girl like candy. Shawty tastes delicious, like candy, like candy. I love. Do you ever dream of candy golden?
We're going to switch it up just a little bit.
Big news.
It's
Extra,
Cleo
all about
Jador.
front page.
She said, you better what?
This Justin bitch is mad. I must be in my bag, relaxing as I stare. Plot scheme, then I attack. Ooh, better talk nice if you're talking to me. It's F you pay me cause I'm something to see. Meditation needed if you're trying to reach this wavelength, this frequency, yeah. If I'm glowing, don't disturb me, please. I'm setting vibes, I'm setting energy. They only mad because they could not reach this wavelength, this frequency, yeah. This soft space, they want it. This drip, babe, they own it. They copy, so corny. They sloppy, but I own it. This soft space, they want it.
We about to get started.
They
Just letting it vibe for a little bit. Give people a chance to get in. I hope everybody enjoyed their New Year's celebration. We're still in the New Year. We're only 8 days in. Once again, Cleo Jador said you better talk nice.
I let them know that this my place, and not the value at the high rate. I'm a savage, I'm a pirate, a big boss, big magnate. Oh, ain't without the talking, unless we're talking.
Y'all shared a lot.
No Harvey dance, won't catch me riding no Tuesday. Heard I act like a man, I shrug my shoulders if my do say. I wouldn't be a boss if I'm stumbling off what you say. I know how it daunting out for woman flexing pussy. Instead of trying to tear me down, celebrate me hip hip hooray. Really can't ignore me, baby. Cause I'm too great. Why they sleeping on me? Price goes up, I'm at a new rate. This sauce, babe, they want it. This drip, babe, they own it. They copy, so corny. They salty, cause I own it. This sauce, babe, they want it. This drip, babe, they own it. They copy, so corny. They salty, cause I own it. Yeah. He was talking, dude called my line with the Ray Ray Rah Rah. I said, don't, listen. You talk nice to me. Better talk nice if you're talking to me. Nice to me. You hear that? Thank you. Talk nice to me. That's my essence. I'm serious. Talk nice to me. Boss. Talk nice to me.
Dog, yeah, I see you in the building.
Talk nice to me. Talk nice to me. Talk nice to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, welcome. You are live with Pops from Pops Gems, Pops Perspective, The Vault. This is our Monday night episode. I want to say shout out to you. Oh, and you in the back. Pull your chair a little closer. I see you. All right. Of course, we are very excited about what's going on. Just got finished celebrating two wonderful birthdays. One to Lady Jazz. She know who she is. Happy birthday. And of course, to my youngest and last child, Jay Iris. You've heard me play his songs here on the radio. He celebrated his birthday on yesterday. So we definitely want to send a shout out and a happy birthday to him. But of course, you know, before we start the show, we got to do what we got to do. So y'all bear with me.
Good evening.
I do not own the rights to this music.
There is nothing wrong. We have taken control as to bring you this special show. We will return it to you as soon as you are grooved.
It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a strong rhyme to step to. Think of how many weeks shows you slept through. Time's up. I'm sorry I kept you.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Pops. I just wanted to pop in real quick. Hey, play our words. Pops from Pops Gems. You know, coming up, we got Pops Perspective.
Let us tell you what it is, tell you what it ain't.
Yeah.
Giving you the real, we'll never do the fake. Life is a gift, but sometimes we need guidance. Pops Perspective, always perfect timing. Call that alignment. Yeah, he gon' drop them
Pops
gems.
Gems.
You know he really him. It's something about his confidence that lets you know he haven't seen.
You don't want to miss. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. Pops Perspective, Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, he gonna drop them gems. Shout out to Jay Reynolds, the song behind that marvelous intro to the show. And how y'all feeling out there? Put 100 in the chat if you started the new year and things are going groovy. And if they're not, put 100 in the chat that they're gonna go groovy. They're gonna get great. You are the master of your destiny. We got a special show coming up. I got to stop hitting the table. My people said stop hitting the table. I ain't steal your part. It was mine first. I'm older. I got a show coming up called The Universe is Ours to Control. You want to tune in for that. You definitely want to tune into that. As always, before we go any further, shout out to God, who is the head of my life, the author and the finisher of my faith, who without him, none of this would be possible. We give all glory to him. And we pray that things on this show that are said and things that you hear and the text that you read are helpful to you, that they share a message of positivity, that they share a message of hope, because we all need somebody in this world. No man is an island. And sometimes you just don't have nobody to cling to or nobody to sing to. I'm not trying to rhyme. And every once in a while, it just does good for somebody to tell you that you're appreciated. So I appreciate each and every one of you. for tuning in, giving me your time. Also, as we keep on moving, I cannot forget Exotic Pops. Shout out to Exotic Pops. My man Lefty in the building. You see him right here. I'm drinking the adult apple juice. Don't worry about what's in the. Mind your business. Mind your business. Pops, Exotic Pops. You can find them at Poppin' Snacks, 4119 South OBT or Orange Blossom Trail. That's in Orlando, Florida, for all you people who are not in the great state or city of Orlando. Don't worry about it. They be all right. Also, Tashante has, that's a beauty shop located at 4400 County Road 19A, Suite 8A in Mount Dora, Florida. So if you're out and about like a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout, stop in, get your Exotic Pops. Tell them Lefty sent you. And stay tuned for Pops Punch. I just keep mentioning it. Sometimes you got to speak things into existence. Lakai Holmes, shout out to her. You see, of course, the candle, Perspective, still burning strong. Is the label right? Yep, cameraman. There we go. I got my Perspective candle. Beautiful, handmade. Everything is handmade. The ingredients are mixed in, hand mixed in. And so you need to visit lakaihomes.com, and that's LAKIA Homes, HOMES.com. Tell her Pop sent you, and you get 10% off, and you get your house smelling good, your office smelling good, and quiet as kept. I put it in one of the rooms in my house, and I didn't light it. Naturally, I wasn't there, but when I came home, it was a little warm in the house, and you could smell the fragrance. So you don't even have to light it for it to smell good. That's what I call a good candle. Get all your dollars worth. So shout out to Lakai Holmes. And then again, you, and you for tuning in, for continually. I look at the statistics. My son is teaching me, watch the stats, Dad. So I look at the statistics, and I notice that I have a lot of my followers follow me every week. So I thank you. I don't want to name you all. I'll be here all day trying to remember y'all out, but I do want to say thank you. Shout out to each and every one of my followers. And then, of course, as we said, we was going to implement for the new year. We in 2024, y'all. 2024. And then I'm gonna do a little side segment because I'm waiting on my guest to get right. So if you hear me, then you need to go live with me so we can get you on the show. If not, not a problem. But we're gonna get you on the show. All right. So two things. One, I told you I was gonna implement this. It's called Am I My Brother's Keeper? So what I want y'all to do, and I can't see you, so I don't know, but do it on your own. I want you to just think of one person. Think of one person that you know that you want your higher power. That way we don't confine it into any kind of denomination or religion. But whatever your higher power, you want your higher power to bless them. Everybody just think for just give me 10 seconds. And I want you to put that person on your mind. And I want you to say, you know what, whatever your higher power is, whoever your higher power is, ask them to send them a special blessing, because prosperity comes not only in money, but in spirituality. Health is a prosperity gift. Just to be able to walk and dress yourself a right mind. I'm not trying to preach. I'm just trying to tell you things that come to mind. All right, so you ready? We're going to count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Count it done. Thank you so much. I told you we was going to implement that. And it's important because we have to lift up one another in whatever realm you in. So thank you for Am I My Brother's Keeper? You like my white Kango? I bleached my other. It was black, and I put it in the wash. I'm just playing. I got a white one, too. Y'all thought he can't wash no clothes. And then, of course, you see the P? That's not for Pablo or for Pops. Oops, I said my government name. That's for Panic. CTP, Create the Panic. You see it. Gotta get yours. See all seasons. I'm plugging everybody today. I'm almost like Cat Williams, but I'm in the plug. Ooh. Y'all know he went on there and aired out the whole Hollywood. He aired out the sign that said Hollywood. he said, "You ain't really pine. You made from oak. You playing." I'm just kidding. But that's what I wanted to talk about. The other thing in life, man, you gotta. I don't want to say you got to be careful, but you have to be conscious or cognizant of the fact that somebody's always watching you. When Rockwell made that song, I feel like somebody watching me. I'm telling my age, but it's true. Somebody's always watching you, and I say that to say this. So people can only teach you one of two things: either what to do or what not to do. And so when you, as an individual, know that people are watching you, then I would hope that you would want a positive appearance, that you would want people to look at you and say, you know what, I like the way that Stilo. And there's nothing wrong with, I mean, we hate enough. Ain't nothing wrong with complimenting somebody and saying, you know what, man, I like your swag, because, we talk enough about people. I ain't trying to rant and rave. I'm just saying, it's a new year. Let's stay positive. Let's push one another up. We got enough opposition without beating one another up. Let's lift one another up. So the vault, I told y'all the vault was coming. The vault is here. You see it. We are there. Also coming up is the Couch Chronicles. And what I'm thinking is that there was a mix-up between my guest thinking he was going to be on live or if he was going to be here live, because we are going to start bringing people into the studio for those that are in the Orlando area and promoting or doing a show live from the actual studio. We'll set up more than one mic and things of that nature. Okay, also the other thing that I wanted to bring to the forefront is everything that is developed as far as segments is under Pop's Gems. So when you see Pop's perspective, that was the Brooklyn Bridge background, that's when I gave my perspective. We had guests, things of that nature. This year we're coming out with the Vote. We got another theme coming. So keep in mind for that. Those things are really, really important. All right. So let's get to what we are. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Okay. All right. Let me see where I can do. Y'all bear with me just a moment. And I can talk while I'm doing it. There is a spectacular thing coming up, and it is for the city of Orlando. I had my guest on here, Mr. DJ Zeke, and he came and he talked about that they was going to be doing auditions. And so I wanted to let you know that on the CPZ Entertainment is the name of the company. They are doing what it is called Road to Halftime. And so I'm going to give you the number, or you can inbox if you DM me. I'll let you know. They're doing auditions now. I was invited last night to one of the auditions. Awesome place, awesome time. A lot of people and a big diversity of talent. So you're going to be really engaged. So the actual show is going to be on March 29th during the halftime show, and is at the it used to be the Amway Center. I believe it's what now the Kia. Is that what it is? The Kia Center, something like that. But the contact number for those of you that are interested is 321-276-1033. Again, 321-276-1033. All right. And so contact DJ Zeke, tell him Pop sent you if you want to be in there or if you want to attend. And that's open to anybody. So they're going to have some more auditions. So you want to check on that. All right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to play a song and I'm going to reach out to my guest. And if we can't get a hold of him, we're going to come back and we're going to just talk about some things called life. How about that? So y'all give me just a moment. Let me see here. The individual that we're going to bring on, I'm going to play you one of his songs. I've been playing it all week or part of the week. So let me get him on here, and then let me reach out to him. Y'all, his name is Pearl P, and the name of the song is Over and Over.
Pearl P, I know I love him.
Love. I can't even walk in the spot cause the loud too strong. And these niggas oughta have clown shoes on. Rent a U-Haul, move on. Little nigga cut it out, coupon. Told them to hold up like 2 arms. And if they want beef, they gon' need 2 farms. I'm in with the game like the cow. Make a nigga lay it down like towel. Yeah, dope boy, coke smile. Lil' mama whip, no mouths. You can tell by my tone, no down. That I'm all bite, no ground. With my dog taking shots, no fouls. Fuck the VIP, we be all in the crowd. Chopstick, make a nigga say chow. Make a nigga say ow. And nowadays I'm all on cam, smoking on killer. Still got it for the low like dealers. I'm talking real low like whispers. Hands all on the cat like whiskers. Still parking lot pimp. I don't even hit the club till the club by the end. Ben had a buzz in my city, but right now I got a buzz off gin. Got sticks, but we really don't dance. Niggas diss, but they really just fans. He a bitch, yeah, he really just trans. They ain't sleep, they just really on Zans. Yeah, and I don't need one to wake them. They want a dick riding, I ain't gonna take them. Wanna hear their names, but I ain't gonna say them. And when my song done, better make sure you play them.
Yeah, he does have like a Miami vibe.
I love Passion too.
Can't upgrade yet.
Oh, Pearl P. And now, you know, things happen. I had told him that I wanted him to be on the show. We talked while I was on the way here. I don't know if there's a mix-up with technology or what have you, but nevertheless, the show must go on. So what I want to do is this, and it's gonna kind of take it out of pocket as far as my lineup, but that's okay. I'm talking, and it's always good to be prepared. Y'all vibe with me for a minute. Give me about 15 minutes, and I'm gonna let you go. But I'm talking about a topic that's coming up. I want to give y'all kind of like an intro. I want to kind of like pave the way or lay the foundation, if you will. So again, shout out to Pearl P. We'll find out what happened with him, get him back on the show at another time. But I'm working on a thing, and it's come to me from a lot of different angles. But the topic is called Together But Alone. Together but alone. And you know, a lot of times you would think about things, and you would your mind may go to, let me put it this way, your mind may go to relationships, but it deals in relationships not only in you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife type scenario, but it deals in relationships that you interact with, like your job. With you and your job, I've said on shows past that you make a contract, you sell your services to that company for a set amount of money per hour, per year, whatever the case scenario is. But then there's a relationship that forms in that. They expect certain things of you, and of course, you expect certain things of them. It deals with associations that you interact with, and it all boils down to being true to yourself. And like I said, I want to lay the foundation a little bit. I want to talk about some of the points, but I don't want to give you all of the points because I want you to kind of think about it. So I'll say this: when you're dealing in together but alone, from the relationship side of things, and some of this is it's a hard pill to swallow. Every now and again we have fun on Pops Gems, but by the same token, sometimes you got to look at the harsh reality of life, because if you don't, then you'll be living in a false a facade. You have to keep in touch with reality. Don't let reality control you to the extent that you conform to it. If it's something that you don't like, you can always change that. But when you're dealing in relationship type scenarios, there's so many cases that I've seen where individuals are in a relationship, but they are alone in that relationship. And you kind of wonder, the mind tends to ask you, well, why would you stay in a relationship like that? And you hear a multitude of excuses. They're a good person. Oh, they really love me. That's just their way of showing it. I want to, have the family. And I'm dealing with relationship type scenarios with men and women that are in. I've seen men stay in relationships with women that they are miserable. Oh, this real talk. Nah, this the vault. We open up the vault. We get some valuables that if you listen, it might help you in life one way or the other. But I've seen men in relationships with women that they can't. I mean, they can't control them. They scared of them in a manner of speaking, and they allow them to just run rampant and do whatever they want. So they're together, but they're alone. And so when you look at it, and I'm not trying to break nobody up. Please don't misunderstand Pops. When Pops says, you got to take it a self accountability, it goes both ways. Some people they're traditionalized this way, and what I mean by that is back in the earlier days, women stayed by their man. They put up with physical abuse. They put up with cheating. They put up with all those things because that was just a thing to do. I mean, coming up in certain cultures, you didn't say nothing, et cetera, et cetera. And so the kids seen that, and they thought that was a way of life. And history has a way of repeating itself. But let me say this: we live in a day and time now that we're really coming into self, if we haven't already, and realizing that we don't have to put up with that. There was a big movement for women that surpassed about how the women didn't need the man, and they could be independent, this, that, and that, and INDEP, all that came out. And so women had the mentality that they didn't need men anymore. And so the women started coming out of their shell, so to speak. Everything has its good and its bad. I don't want to delve into that, but what I'm saying is nobody should be so dependent on somebody else that they put up with things that even violate their own rules and standards. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to let you treat me any kind of way, especially if I don't treat myself that way, if that makes any sense. There's people that have been brainwashed to, or it's what is it called? It's an inferiority complex that's put on people. That you ever seen somebody tell children, call them, you'll never be this, you'll never be that. Well, they're planting that seed in their mind. And the more they plant it, the more they water it, the more it grows. Then the child grows up thinking they'll never be anything. Well, it's called mental abuse and anguish. And so now there's people in relationships that have been abused mentally to the extent. Perfect example: The Color Purple. When he told her, "Who you ugly, you skinny, you don't anybody gonna want you," and she believed that for so long. And that's where people find themselves. So again, together but alone. Again, I'm not trying to break nobody up. I'm just coming from the concept of what's up, Dan? What's up, Mr. Denmark? I'm coming from the concept of consider the health of your relationship. Now, how does that broaden? Some people are happy in relationships like that. They don't care. You know, they're people that are in a coexisting relationship, that one does take vacations without the other one. They do whatever. Hey, if that works for you, that floats your boat, that's fine. But if that's not setting well in your spirit, now we got a problem. So I'm trying to reach out to those that, you know, you're in a situation and you're just not really happy. Because at the end of the day, again, I talked about this. If you take a drop of water and you drop it into a pool of water, it's going to make one impact. One impact is going to hit the water one time, bam. But the ripple effect that one impact makes goes out a great way. The bigger the impact, the bigger the ripple. So what does that mean? So here you are, the relationship, and here comes something negative that drops in that. It's one impact. But what is the ripple effect? You got children, you got people, you got feelings, all this thing that one impact affects. So when you are the one to say, oh, well, you know, like they used to, I heard someone say, if he don't beat me, that's just his way of showing me he loves me, him beating me. I've heard craziness like that before. No, you ain't don't love me that much. You got to beat me. I don't need that kind of love. Like me from a distance, just send a text or something. But again, this is because the dependency relationship, the mindset that was set upon an individual. So when you deal with together but alone, let's take it out of the realm of husband, wife, that type of relationship. Let's take it into a job relationship. If you hate your job, if you dread going to work every morning, if you get to work and you put in your best and they still don't appreciate that, you together with the company, but you alone. You're not. I said this often, and I got a show coming up that you might want to tune in to. I got a special friend of mine, Cozy. She gonna be in the building. She gonna come talk to us. It's called "Work is a 4-letter word." If you don't wake up in the morning looking forward to go to your job, to be productive in the skill and the gifts and the talents that you have, then you're just functioning. You're in a relationship with an employer, but you're going and they got stuff on it now. They're doing the bare minimum. You really don't want to be there, so you're just gonna do the bare minimum. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about going to work and you doing your best, and it still ain't good enough. You get overlooked for promotions. You're the first one they cut, things of that nature. And you tolerate that when it's you got to work the late shift, you got to work the weekend, you got to work the holidays. You the low man on the totem pole. I was working with a certain establishment, and if you was the lowest manager, you was stuck working weekends and closing, and that was just the way that was. And a lot of things that we put up with. Yes, there's a thing about making sacrifices. I can deal with that. I can deal with making sacrifices for the betterment. But when it gets to a point where it's monotonously continuous and you start dreading going to work, you start thinking of excuses. Okay, my grandma died last Monday. And the baby was sick and I ran out of gas on Tuesday. Then it's time for you to really consider, because anything that you go to put your best on display for, it's just like striving for your level of success. You want to hang around people that are successful so that you can be successful. You don't want to hang around people that are not successful. And so when you go to a job, you want to be able to when you go to a job, not work, when you go to your job and you do what you love to do and you use your talents, and people appreciate that, and you grow together. I'm not saying that they got to kiss you behind. Don't get it twisted. Just because you stayed late a half an hour on Tuesday don't mean you can come in a half an hour or leave a half an hour early on Friday. That's not what I'm talking about. And you know how we do. What I'm saying is there should be equal admiration. You should want to come to work, and they should want to have you there together but alone. If not, then you're not gonna do your best. You're not gonna produce. And I'm just talking about self-satisfaction, self standards, where you want people to be able to say, we had I was working with a company had a wall, and whoever had the top sales was on the wall, and my job was to be on the wall. I wanted my picture and my name on the wall, and I wanted it to stay there consistently. And so I took pride. I went to, and I'm not bragging. You can ask my son. I bring him on the show. We went to work with shirt and tie. It wasn't required, but I wanted to have an air of success, dress, act, walk, and talk the part. And matter of fact, Dave Cousins was there. DJ C. Nell was there. Ace Boogie was there. West Side, you know him as West Side One. Swagger was there, and they know when you put into it and you get recognition, it drives you more. So you're dealing with that relationship. It's just wanting to get the best out of the best. And the reason I guess I'm driving in this area is because, time waits for nobody. Time waits for nobody. And I don't want people that I can have an impact on to look back years from now and say, woulda, shoulda, coulda. I've had a couple, but now I'm also in the aspect of knowing that I went through those things for a reason, and the reason is, and y'all laugh or say it may sound cliche, but the reason was for me to come here, sit before you, and say, hey, look, I did that, I did this, look back, consider this, consider that. I don't regret anything in my life. I mean, I made the choices that I make. I took some L's, took a lot of L's, but it molded me and it shaped me, because an L and another L, and pretty soon it starts to form you into what you are. Sometimes you break the mold. Don't let the L's contain you, but learn from them. That's another a word that you can use with the letter L. Yeah, I might have took a loss, but did you learn from the loss? Because if you don't pass the test, you're going to take that class again. Trust me when I tell you. And that's in anything in life. If you don't pass the test, okay, you're going to take that class again. And it may be social graduation, but you're going to run into that same thing again. There's a lot of people that are in positions that they don't deserve to be in all aspects of life, but they're going to run up into some tests, because after a while, you have to prove yourself. You have to prove yourself to yourself, and you're going to be tested. And when you get tested, that's where together but alone comes into play. If you feel like nothing you're doing is being noticed or merited, if you feel like you're not making a contribution, stop that, analyze that, because that's the leading steps toward depression. Everybody has a different gift. Everybody has something to contribute to the world. And then I'm gonna close on this. And if we all use the talents that we've been given cohesively, then we can have fun and enjoy life. There was a story about a man that created what they call stone soup. And what he did is he had a big rock. This was back in the days when it was villages and stuff like that. And he had a big rock in a bag, and he carried it over his shoulder. And he got into town. And of course, the town was small enough. People noticed a stranger coming in. And so they met him, and they're like, what can we do to help you? How can we help you? And he said, well, I came to share my soup with you. And they said, what soup? He said, well, I'm going to make y'all a soup, and everybody can eat. And so the town people considered him friendly. He goes, all right, get a big pot. They got a big pot, put logs under it, filled it full of water. And he took the stone out, and he put it in the water. He said, now just let that boil for a minute. And so the water started boiling. He grabbed a spoon, he blew, tasted it. And they said, is it ready? He said, no, it needs some potatoes. Anybody got any potatoes? So somebody said, I got some potatoes. So they ran and got the potatoes, put it in there, let it boil for a couple minutes. He tasted it again. He said, is it ready yet? He said, no, need some onions. Somebody else said, I got onions. So they brought the onions. And little by little, as he tasted it, he kept mentioning different ingredients. And finally, they brought the chicken, they brought everything, they put it in there, he let it boil, and he tasted it for the last time, and they said, is it ready yet? And he said, yes, it's ready. So everybody brought their bowl, and everybody ate of the soup, and they ate all the soup, so that at the end of the day, the only thing that was left in the bottom of the pot was the stone. So he picked up the stone and he goes, "Thank you so much," and went on about his way to the next town. So the moral of the story is this: the man had an idea, but it took the ingredients of everybody else to put in with that idea to have the end factor. Use your ideology, find the people that are going to supply to fulfill your vision and your dream, and then everybody can eat. Again, I want to thank you so much for giving me a space to come on. Again, technology would have it that we couldn't have Pearl Pete. No problem, because we ain't done. We haven't stopped. We're not gonna stop doing this by a long shot. Next week I have a hairdresser that's going to be on here. We're going to dive into the world of hairdressing. Yes, ladies, for those of you that are on here, we're going to talk about bobs and weaves and all that. She also has her own product that she created, for lack of better words. And so I want to take this time to thank you. All right. And remember, in every aspect of your life that you deal with another individual, another entity, have enough self-value, enough self-care to yourself that you get the best out of everything. And you just got to keep looking. I'm not saying run out, quit your job, leave your relationship or anything like that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, want the best for yourself, carry that type of aura around you, and people around you will start wanting the best for you. Don't let anybody treat you any old kind of way. You're an individual. You are wonderfully and magnificently made. So remember that. Keep that in mind. Pops loves you. As always, I want to thank you. Don't forget, get your exotic pops, Mount Dora, OBT, Lakai Homes, special shout out to My Light, and they know who they are. My man Lefty, couldn't do it without him. Seasons, love you. I know you in here. Now, for those of you that can see the chat, Denmark Juan, this man knew me when I was about, 8, 9 years old. We go all the way back to Germany, and that was many, many, many moons ago. And so I thank him. Special shout out to Mr. Juan Denmark. He jumped in here on the live. Appreciate you, bro. Much love. Anytime, he said, find a new job. Anytime I can do anything for you, you know I'm but a phone call away. Again, this Pops, we're gonna come out of this with oh, wait a minute. It says we offline. How are we offline? No, wait a minute. We gonna leave you with this little something that I like to, if I can. All right, well, that's okay. We'll do it this way. Swag Bandits.
Don't let the homie, put you out your mind, homie. Don't let the homie, put you out your mind, homie. Don't let the homie, put you out your mind, homie. Don't let the homie, put you out your mind, homie. Put you out your mind, put you out your mind, homie. Put you out your mind. D-Say on the beat. Put you out your mind, put you out your mind.
Till next week.
I think they're gonna like this.